Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna...
Well, Coach, as far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now. Henry. Switch up. Check three.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now it's Hines. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Ready. Takes the outlaw. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Slam.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check the out.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a carry for Lindsay. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
I'm coming. Watch the edge.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsay. He'll have another first down and more. That one good for 33 and a first. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And 12 at the 12-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Check 24. Check 24. Come on. 53 to Mike. 53. Shut up.
Now it's Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 12.
53. Mike. Double dog. That's the one.
They'll run with Sean Wilson, the former Duke Blue Devil. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. Fourth down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And 4 at the 34-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Now a give, right side. Hines. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On third down, it's Hines, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Come on, set.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Now Brissett, eluding the pressure right. Catch made here by Campbell. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Ready. 6 out now. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw again on second down. Brissett, he'll check this down to Hines. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Hines. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. That's complete to his running back, Grant. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run with Hines. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go. Check nickel.
This is Hines. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Colts have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Play action, it's Taylor. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off on a former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive? It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Colts' 36-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Taylor. He'll find Lindsay here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Taylor now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
From the 29, Brissett looking for Campbell downfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
51 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Hey, come on. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays just as what we saw A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And bring it. 51. I'm going to run it.
Back to the air, Taylor after the pick six. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
At the 11-yard line.
Set, ready. Now move. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
To throw is Taylor. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin.